thank everyone for tuning in to the 25th Hour radio show here on Monster Radio, AM 1150 and 98.5 FM WGGH. I am your host, Rob Fairless, and on the phone with me today is singer-songwriter Brooke Simpson. Now, Brooke was a finalist on last week's America's Got Talent, where she got 4th place, and she was also a finalist on season 13 of The Voice, where she got 3rd place. So it's safe to say that Brooke has an amazing set of pipes on her. Brooke, thanks for taking time out of your day to join me on the show.
No, thank you so much for having me. The pleasure's all mine.
Brooke, I guess the obvious place to start here would be to ask you when this talent of yours started to make itself known. At what age are we talking about here? Do you even remember?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, ever since birth. I mean, my mom and dad, they travel and sing and minister. So I was kind of just born into tour life in a sense. And just growing up listening to my mom, that was all the training that I had, but it was all the training in the world that like I could have ever asked for. So, but the first time I even recorded a song, I think I was 2 years old. It's crazy.
So you've never had any vocal coaches other than your mother?
No, when I was in college, I was a music major for 1 semester, and I had a vocal coach as a part of my schooling for that 1 semester. But other than that, my training has been listening to my mom and listening to some other pop vocal house divas.
I got you. So this right here is kind of a 2-part question. Who talked you into trying out for The Voice, and how do you even get your foot in the door to a competition like that?
Oh, wow. You know, The Voice, it's the craziest story. Some people don't even believe me when I tell them, but I auditioned for The Voice in 2014 in Atlanta, Georgia. And I mean, a lot through high school, I was auditioning for different shows, trying to get my voice out there and heard. So The Voice was kind of like my final go out there moment for these shows. And I got a call back, but nothing after that. So I just stopped auditioning. And then literally 3, maybe 4 years later, they called and asked if I would want to come and audition again. They had come across footage from back in the day when I had auditioned and wanted to see me try again. So I did. And it got me all the way to number 3 on the whole show.
It sure did. Now, you know, I went back and revisited your audition for The Voice, where you decided to choose Miley Cyrus as your coach.
Yes.
And, you know, and bear with me on this. This is strictly coming from a fan who's always been curious, you know, as to what goes on behind the scenes. How much actual time do you get to spend with your coach each week?
You know, Miley put more time in than even she was scheduled to. I mean, I can't speak for the other teams, but I know that every coach was so lovely and so nice to everyone. But Miley, she was there for the rehearsals that were even off camera. She was there, even a part of the process of picking out the clothing and the treatments for the stage. She was completely immersed in the process. I was very grateful for that. Now,
did you have creative control over what songs you chose to sing and even what outfits you wore on the show, or is everything chosen for you?
You know, I would say it's definitely a dialogue between myself, in the case of The Voice, you know, my coach, and then also the creative team of the actual show. So it's kind of like, because obviously they've been in this business forever, they know exactly what they're doing when it comes to making people shine on that stage. But also at the same time, they respect the fact that I know my personal style and when it comes to vocals and outfits. So it was kind of like a dialogue between both of us.
So you ended up getting 3rd place on The Voice, which is absolutely fantastic. So this year you tried your luck at America's Got Talent, and you ended up getting 4th place. Did you ever have doubts about trying out for AGT since it's not specifically a singing competition?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, even down to the moment right before I was supposed to post that I was auditioning and it was time to tell the world, I started freaking out. And I called my mom and I called my husband because he was at work. Like, I'm just crying. Like, I don't know. Like, will people like support me? Will they not? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I freaked out a little bit just because it was a huge leap. But the support that I received from everyone the moment that I did tell the world that I was auditioning, it was just so beautiful. And it was a completely different ball game than The Voice. You know, with The Voice, it's everyone is doing exactly what you do. They're all singers. But in this case, it's the best in every field. Like, it's not just apples, it's apples and oranges and avocados and everything.
So after you absolutely slayed your first televised audition with a little bit of help from your husband Ray, right?
Yes.
Simon Cowell compared you to singers like Fantasia, Kelly Clarkson, two huge names in the music industry who both got their breaks on competition shows, American Idol. How did that make you feel?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it completely took my breath away. Like, in the moment, I think it was even hard to translate everything just because of the fact that Simon, someone that I had been trying to audition for like a lot of years, was finally giving me advice and telling me what he thought of my voice. But especially even watching the audition back for the first time when it aired on TV, it was like hearing him compare me to those vocal geniuses. It was such an honor.
I bet. Now, what I notice most about you, when you're on stage, is your confidence that you display. I mean, you knew you were going to go out there and own that stage. You ain't going to tell me any different. You're just not going to do it. When did the vocalist Brooke Simpson transition into the entertainer Brooke Simpson, the total package? Because you had that back even when you were on The Voice.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I feel like it's something that's just always been in me. Like, even as a little girl watching clips of Tina Turner perform, or even watching Beyonce and Destiny's Child or Britney Spears, like all of these powerful women performing and singing their butts off, but also like keeping your eyes captivated with every move and with the colors they're wearing, everything. It's just, I've always wanted to do it. So I don't know. I think it's just always been in me, but especially the second time around, getting the chance to show the world not only my voice, but also me as an artist completely. I wanted to make sure that I took my performance up a notch for AGT. I wanted to show the world exactly what they would be getting if I had the chance to tour.
So you basically conquered two of the biggest talent competitions on television right now. Have you even had time to sit down and think what your next move is going to be, or do you already have things in the works?
As far as like time to just sit down for a moment to breathe, I have not had, but I have been. A lot of things are in the works, and I was already working on music before AGT aired and everything. So I already have some music in the works, and people should expect new music soon, for sure. But there are a lot of other things that I cannot wait to share with the world. A bunch of different projects that people may not even expect from me, but I'm excited.
So if you don't know already, Brooke has a website, brookesimpsonmusic.com, that features merchandise, original music, and a little bit more background info about Brooke. Now, also on that website, Brooke has a music video of her song "So Tired," right, that she made with her husband Ray.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's Ray in there, right?
Yes, it is. The best actor in the world.
I'm going to give you a chance to brag on Ray. How influential and supportive has Ray been in your musical journey?
Oh my gosh. I mean, Ray has been my rock through this entire journey. Even in moments when doors weren't opening or there seemed to always be some type of glass ceiling, he was always the person in my corner telling me that I was going to make it, and telling me to believe in myself as much as he believed in me. And it was just, he's been my rock through everything. So he's definitely influential through all of that, as well as the musical process, because he's an artist and a producer himself. So it's honestly like, I feel like the world should be jealous of me, because I have like the best like advisor, but also producer and husband, like all living under my roof.
Can't go wrong there. Other than your website, where can my listeners go on social media to find you? Do you have a favorite platform that you gravitate to more than others?
Yeah, absolutely. They can find me on pretty much every social media platform. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Brooke Simpson Official. You can find me on Twitter at Brooke Simpson. And then, of course, there's TikTok, which is also at Brooke Simpson Official.
Well, Brooke, before we start to wrap things up here, is there any final words you'd like to say to my listening audience, or perhaps mention something that I just failed to touch on?
No, you're great. And I guess I would just want to say to all the people that have supported me through the AGT journey and just my journey as an artist in general, thank you so much. And I'm just so excited to share you all the things that I have in store. And I hope you have your eyes and your ears ready. And then also for anyone that may not know my music, I hope you check it out because I got some bops.
She's
So thank
really,
you so
really
much.
good. Well, Brooke, it's been amazing being able to speak with you today. Like I told you in my initial email, you were my favorite on AGT this year. I wish you would have
Thank you so
won.
much.
You definitely have the talent to take you very far in this game. Thanks again for taking a little time out of your day to join me on the show.
Thank you so much, Rob, again for having me. It was my pleasure. Thank you.